What is happening right now? What? Don't know if that's supposed to happen. Well, hello, Bob Dendry here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. This week, we're going to be looking at how we can improve our network, rationalize our services, restructure our services, so we're not left in a situation like we were last week where we were crying out for money and not able to afford even basic improvements to the network. Hope you enjoyed our little mini build last week. That was something that was a lot of fun for me, but we're back into another 10 to 15 year stint this week. So let's get started. So last week, after we switched over to quad track in this sort of vicinity of our Huddersfield Central Station, a couple of issues that we actually need to fix is that we did not switch over some of our tracks to high speed, which is not good. So it was just that short length of track there, so that is fixed. Second thing is we've got the whole rest of our network that isn't on the fast tracks either, so I'm going to try and get all of that done right now before we jump in and do anything else. Yeah, I've changed my mind on how we're going to go with upgrading our track here, and the reason is this section here. So I've just laid a little track on the inside of what we already have, just to get a basic idea of the speed we're going to be getting on this track. And as you can see, we get down to 57 k's an hour, which is very, very low, especially when we've got trains that can go up to 140. So we're actually going to relay this section of track. We're going to realign it so it takes a broader radius turn, and from there we should hopefully have high speeds out of the gate. So we're going to have to pause to do this, just so we're not disrupting our trains. So I'm taking a much, as I said, a much broader radius curve. We can take it even further out to 120. I think 120 is pretty good. And it's not going to take much for us to loop it back in to connect up to our existing line. So I think that's a good start, and I'm going to just run with that at the moment. And I'll just make sure this one is also going to be, 122, perfect. So that is good. And we'll just need to, once again, slightly realign our existing tracks. How is that? And that is perfect. Look at that. And how is our existing curves looking here? Yeah, so no issues here whatsoever. These are nice broad curves still. So we are fine just to get this re-signaled and continue converting. What have I done? Okay, so we can get traffic flowing again, and that is going to be much better, and it's going to be taking advantage of the high speeds of our trains a lot more now, so I'm all for it. There is going to be some commingling between our fast trains and slow trains on this section. We're just going to have to deal with that. We could run a dedicated, freight corridor here, but I don't think there's a point in doing that at this point. Okay, so we've upgraded through to Sittingbourne to our high-speed track, and from there we're going to need to double track a lot of this. But I just want to watch our electric train. I believe this one can do up to 140, I think, if I'm right. So I just want to see see how it goes heading down towards Huddersfield if it does get up in nice high top speed. Nice, that is absolutely brilliant. There was a bit of a slowdown here, so I'm wondering if we can slightly broaden the radius at this part here. So let's have a look. Yeah, so right, this point right here is giving us some grief. Okay, there we go. So that is fixed up there. It does still go down a little bit, but it's only down to, I think it was 115 or so. So I think that is acceptable. Oh, and that is awesome. Top speed, we can go at top speed for quite a while, so that's a really good, that's really efficient. I'm happy with that. Oh, we dropped down quite significantly there. And I can see why, there's a big kink. We'll keep that in mind, but yeah, that's looking really good. Looking really good. Basically, at this point, we need to double track the rest of the line. And I think you might require a little bit of a realignment to come straighter in here and curve around there. But we'll see. Let's wait for our train to clear that little section there and get to the station. And once again, we'll chuck on ports. Still quite a tight curve, isn't it? Pull it down a little bit further. That's better. That's better. Just want to check this curve actually. How's this? Yeah, it's pretty good. In fact, it will actually be the outside. It will be that bit. Oh, that's a lot slower. No? Going to slightly reroute this, I think. Try and... Oh, you know why? Because I'm using... Okay. No, I might just curve this in a little bit. it actually might make sense for us to separate our passenger line from the freight completely at this point, because they're obviously in this sort of circumstance. This is actually a nice straight tunnel, but you'd probably be looking to realign your right of way at this point. So it makes sense. I think we're just going to leave. I'm going to build a parallel track. Maybe even just leave that section there as a little bit of flavor. It's also sort of funny, everything I talked about at the beginning of this episode was, we need to do this to save money, to rationalize our operations. And instead, what I'm doing is going out and spending a crap ton of money. Go figure. What are you doing? Get out. Literally laid all this track and realised that, yeah, it was sort of wrong. Should have been laid a different way. Ugh. Oh well. On the plus side, it will join up now. We just need to do a tiny bit more landscaping. Perfect. talked about needing to rationalise the railways. It looks like it's actually not required. We're making plenty of funds now that all the little weird network issues were corrected. So we're pretty much home free now. What we do need to do, however, is finish modernising our fleet. We've still got steam engines running. It's almost the 80s. So it's probably a good idea to sort of finish off getting rid of most of those. So I just want to have a look and see what are we still running that's steam. We also need to upgrade a lot of our road vehicles as well. We've got 76, 62 years old. They should be in a museum. Let's have a look. So we've got a couple of tank engines running that are 60 years old. Lifetime reached. So yeah, let's get even the Flying Scotsman need replacing now, pretty much. Oh well. What about the Grizzly A4? Yeah. Okay. So let's get replacing some of these old engines that are pretty much just picking up rust at this point. So we've got 2 tank engines here that we need to have replaced. What is happening right now? What? Don't know if that's supposed to happen. I'll have to check the manual though. God damn, look at Bawtry. Look how big it's gotten. Wow. That's interesting. We've got a lot of traffic to Dulverton from Bawtry and a lot of traffic from Bawtry to Dulverton. So, I was considering potentially running like more of a suburban type service that just runs between Boston and Bawtry. And I'm wondering if that may be a good idea to look at implementing now. Because Bawtry is well and truly overloaded. And the all-stop service is, it's fine. Let's do it. I might try out another one of those small EMUs, because they'll be still quite fast and they'll be able to get us in and out pretty quickly. So I'm just going to set up a quick line here and see if we get any success with that. I'll call this the Dulverton Suburban. Hey guys, it's Future Bob Dendry here. I just wanted to let you know I actually had a bit of a disaster recording the latter parts of this episode. I had some game crashes and I actually lost a fair bit of video footage. So this is sort of an incomplete episode and I do apologise for that. I just wanted to let you know I did pretty much upgrade the whole fleet. There's a little bit left to do at the beginning of the next episode, which will be next week. But a bit of an abrupt finish, but we're going to have to leave it there. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. As I said, sorry for the abrupt finish, but I hope you will join us next week. My name is Bob Dendry, this has been Transport Fever 2. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.